from my presentation. So today I'm talking about what to expect from collaboration with Ukrainian Drupal agency. So a few words about myself. My name is Roy Vikovich, and my last 3 years I work as a business development manager at LEMBERG Solutions. LEMBERG is a software development company that works with Drupal for around 13 years. As you can see, this photo is taken from DrupalCon Seattle 2019, back in the time of physical events. And yeah, so today is my first DrupalCon and basically the first time I'm speaking. Yeah, so let's discuss a few facts about Ukraine. So first of all, we have 1 hour difference with Central European time, so not too much. A flight from most European capitals to Ukraine takes around 2 hours. It depends on a city, of course, as Ukraine is quite a big country, but approximately it's around like 2 hours, 2-3 hours. Also, according to Forbes, the number of Ukrainian developers reached to 190,000 specialists in 2019. And the IT industry is growing, and I believe that right now we have more than 200,000 IT professionals. The biggest IT hubs are located in Kyiv, Lviv, and Kharkiv. Lviv is located in the western part of Ukraine, close to Polish border. Kyiv is in the middle, and Kharkiv is on the east side of Ukraine. So basically, what engineering background do we have? What in Ukraine. So Ukraine always have been well known for its strong engineering education. Our IT industry started from hardware engineering and low-level programming back in the time of 80s, 90s, or earlier. And yeah, major strengths was and still is it's solving complicated technical challenges. And for the last 20 years, it is expanding to make more design. I mean, the IT industry is expanding to make more design and creative work, also more consulting work. We have Ukrainian creative agency who won some global awards in design, like Red Dot Awards and other things. So yeah, we see that this side is growing as well. Overall, like 83% of IT professionals have university degree. Also, we have high percent of STEAM-related degrees among software developers. It's around 51%. And moreover, Ukraine has one of the most significant shares of STEAM and computer science degrees in Europe, namely 9.8% of all graduated students. So what cultural background do we have in Ukraine, and what do we have? So in general, Ukraine, as a country located in Europe, shares much of Western culture and values. But yeah, there are some slight differences. Ukrainian developers are goal-driven and ready to work hard. So many developers do not mind doing overtime to help the product succeed. Of course, if it's needed, you're right. And but still, everyone like to keep the work-life balance in place. So I call this combination of American dream mindset and European values. Also, communication styles and workplace habits are pretty similar to typical Western style. Ukrainian developers prefer to get straight to the point during the meetings, don't overpromise, and provide realistic feedback or estimate. Basically, that feedback we got from our clients with whom we work, that they like in Ukrainian developers that they are like quite straightforward, and they start the conversation from the discussing exact points that they want to discuss, and the issues they'd have, maybe some less small talk at the beginning, more like straight to the point. But yeah, that also, Ukrainians prefer to have a context and background information about the work they do. Like overall, the more information they know on a high level, the better recommendation they could provide. the more involved they feel themselves in the work. So it's good to know the big picture. Also, Ukrainian developers might appear distant and formal at the start of cooperation. Sorry, you can see my video. Yeah. Yeah, so sorry, I will continue. Ukrainian developers, might appear distant and formal at the beginning, but then more approachable and down to earth over time. So that means that like more formal communication at the beginning, but then more friendly relationship in time. That's also some kind of feedback that we get from our clients. Of course, I guess that's quite typical that everyone who get to know each other better, then they start communicating more friendly and more friendly relationship they have. So I think that's pretty common. So about language barrier, of course, like Ukrainians, native language is Ukrainian, but like local tech industry invest heavily in taking down the language barrier. So English is the primary language of IT service, and most companies that works internationally demand at least the intermediate level of English with further improvement. And almost every Ukrainian tech company offer English classes to their employees. So right now we have around 85% of Ukrainian tech specialists who speak English at least intermediate or higher level. That brings like a lot of benefits to clients, that they can communicate with developers directly without any middle layers, like reducing the risk of misunderstanding, increasing the speed and quality of communication. And of course, we see that like overall the English level is growing. Yeah, and as I mentioned, almost every company has English classes at the company, and they offer this to employees as they understood that English is like a must-have in IT. So what about Drupal in Ukraine? According to the newest TREES article about who sponsored Drupal development, Ukraine is on the 7th position from top 20 countries that contribute to Drupal. We have a friendly local Drupal community that organized Drupal Camp Kyiv annually. In 2019, this event attended more than 400 people, so we have around 420 or 430, something like this. And this year we already had like 5 virtual Drupal small meetups and events. I believe like this week we have one more virtual event today or tomorrow. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, so basically we'll have 6 for this year. And I think that's a good number of virtual events per country. Also, according to information from clutch.co, Ukraine has around 60 companies working with Drupal. It both like small local one and big international companies. LEMBERG is one of the most significant Drupal player in Ukraine, basically. Briefly about us. As I mentioned, we are a software development company, and we have a team of around 100 professionals overall. But of course, we work not only with Drupal, but the Drupal team is the biggest at LEMBERG. So our Drupal team has around 30 engineers, both front end and back end, and we have other teams at LEMBERG that are responsible for different stuff as project management, testing, some other technologies as well. So we are serving like European and American markets for over 10 years. We have a head office in Lviv and one new office in Rivne. We opened this new office a year ago before the Corona. I think we are growing. And so how we overcome the cross-cultural differences to provide a smooth collaboration. First of all, that's English, and we English is a must-have for every team member at Lemberg, and we have English classes for further improvements of our employees. Also, Lemberg like to make offline visit between the team and the client. Of course, like lockdown and travel restrictions made an impact on this feature, but I believe sooner or later we'll get back to on-site meetings. We also like to invite clients to our office to meet the team and to get to know each other a bit better. And nothing beats personal contact when it comes to establishing long-term partnership. And yeah, we do like that type of connections when we take our team and go to client, visit them on site, have some common discussion about the projects, about the work, and then this relationship is just like works better after this kind of live connection. And I do hope that we'll get back to this. As I mentioned, sooner or later we will definitely be back to the normal travel thing. Also, we help companies to set up remote work. So basically, almost all our experience for last 13 years is working with companies remotely, and we collect a lot of knowledge here about best management practices. So we're happy to share this knowledge and to educate clients who never worked with remote tech partner before. And how do we work basically? How we usually work with our clients? We use basically few different models, but the most common are dedicated team, project-based, and support. So dedicated team model we use when we work with other Drupal agencies who are looking to extend their Drupal team with external developers. And we assign our developer to their team, and they work as fully dedicated developers to their in-house team, basically. We have a project-based approach. It's like typical one, I think, familiar for everyone. It's when we have some particular project, we work on it. We assign a team of engineers, QA specialists, project manager, designer if needed, and other team members to deliver some particular project. And we have support and maintenance. It's for supporting existing Drupal websites and maintenance over the time. So yeah, I think that's briefly that's it. We are pretty limited in time here. I believe we want to discuss this in details, these aspects of what to expect from the collaboration with Ukrainian agency in details at our booth. Today at 2 p.m. Central European time, we'll have this more in-depth discussion. So visit our booth to have a talk with us. Of course, that would be nice if you will share some your insights. What experience do you have working with Ukrainian companies? Maybe you can visit our booth and describe your experience, what you have, what you experienced, and what issues you had, maybe some feedback. It's always good to know. As we are talking, like we are located in Ukraine and we are like pretty subjectical regarding the feedback about working with us, but it's good to have some feedback from you, from outside the Ukraine guys. And yeah, so see you at our booth. If you have any questions, you can drop them here if we have time. I don't know, I'm not sure. Or you can visit our booth and drop your questions there. That's probably it. And have a nice DrupalCon. I don't know if we can check maybe some questions if we have in a live chat. Okay. Yeah, let me just get back to the screen with the session. Okay, I see no questions basically, but then yeah, hopefully to see everyone at our booth. We will talk at 2:15 p.m. So have a nice DrupalCon and see you there. Bye bye.